Good evening and welcome to BCP Live. It's the Bryan County Patriot Live Edition, our live streaming of news for Bryan County and beyond. I'm Joey McWilliams. Thanks for watching tonight. Took the Sabbath off. If you consider Sunday the Sabbath, great. If you don't, I just took Sunday off. But it was time to take a little bit of a break, so we needed to go that direction. Thanks for watching all week last week, and we're just going to try through this time to be able to get some more news out to you, as much positive as always, because that's what we do right here on the Bryan County Patriot. We want to get the positive news out as much as we can. But you know what? Sometimes news is just news. And so we're going to try to provide as much of that as we can, plus helpful information, which is why we have a guest tonight. And not only a guest, but a friend of mine, someone that I've gotten to know in the last 12 months or so, and really just appreciate very much. And I mean that, Ronnie. I really do. I appreciate getting to know you, and I appreciate what I believe you bring to the table in so many different ways. So we have Ronnie Walters with us tonight on BCP Live. Ronnie, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me. And like you said, I thank you a lot for having me on and the friendship, and it's been great to get to know you.
It has. It's been fun. I do appreciate that. And I do want to let you know, anyone out there, if you're watching tonight and if we're having any kind of audio issues, please let us know, and we'll do our best on that as much as we can. I'm not the sound guy. Listen, I've worked in church long enough to know that I don't want to be the sound guy. I've done sound a time or two. I don't want to be the sound guy, but we'll try. We'll try to get out there anyway. Listen, you have a lot going on. Let me bring something up here really quickly to share and put on the screen right there. This is something that I saw that you had, and I do know you do a lot of things from financial work to insurance work. And we were talking the other day at our office. By the way, our office is being shut down. I got word from Sean Rawlings today that our office place there on the northwest corner of 2nd and Evergreen, not so much right now. And I don't know if you can hear me or not right now. Anyway, we're not getting to do that. Opera House, by the way, is going to take out. So if you want to get things from the Opera House, you still can, but no more dine in. And that's where Ronnie and I usually get to do a lot of work, is right there. So we've called that our office. And so I got the nice text from Sean today saying we can't do that. But in the meantime, Ronnie, if you can hear me now, this is MD, and I saw this graphic that you had, and I'm actually down near the bottom of the screen. So let me bring that up there to the top. I like that logo because I like blue and green together. But I'm learning a little bit about MeMD. What is MeMD? Is this something that you work with, and specifically right now, why is something like this important?
MeMD is a benefit that we add on to a lot of our products. It's a membership, actually, to one of our companies that we use, and it's got a really cool feature to it. It's MeMD, like you can see on the screen there. It's kind of like the on-call doctor, or the telemed, as some companies call it. But kind of what we had discussed at our office a few days ago, that people are scared with everything going on right now. They don't want to get out, especially if they go to the doctor's office. A lot of them, they don't want to go sit into a doctor's office and be around other sick people, especially with this going on. And so what this is, it's really neat. You can sit in your recliner at home. If you're feeling sick, you pick up the phone, make a phone call, and talk to a doctor live through your phone, through FaceTime or Skype, anything like that, and they can look you over, for allergies, for bites, for anything you can see there on the screen, flu-like symptoms. If your chest is hurting, feel like you're an elephant sitting on your chest, don't do that. Go to the ER. But the small stuff, it'll save a trip to the doctor's office, and it's got a whole lot of other benefits to it, like the counseling on there you can see, and it's got some neat benefits that you can see there.
Yeah, and I'll scroll down this graphic here in just a moment, Ronnie, but you talked about the telemed, and I've been hearing this telemedicine stuff. This is something I've seen on TV. Is this what that is referring to, this telemedicine?
Yes, it is. There are a lot of companies out there that has a feature like this. The Me MD, this is just how they name it, this company. There are several different names of them, but they are basically all the same, the features inside of them.
Well, if you have something like this, and it looks like, not only does it look like a good deal, but the other thing, Ronnie, I've been hearing about all the with telemedicine coming forward, there are going to be a lot fewer restrictions right now. I don't know why there would have been any restrictions anyway. I don't know enough to know
Right.
about it, but I can't imagine why there would be restrictions. But be that as it may, it looks like there are going to be a lot fewer. Does someone is there a copay involved in something like this?
So as you can see right there on the bottom, step one, sign into MeMD. You request a visit, and then you speak to a provider. All of that you do and set up, but there is no copay. So once you become a member, so like I said earlier, this is a additive that we put onto one of our other policies, and it's basically a membership. So you're basically paying for a membership fee, and this is actually $10, the membership, and so there's no copay. So
Okay.
like a regular health insurance, you have probably a $30 to a $50 copay every time that you go. This one you can pick up the phone and call every day if you want, and there's no copay. So and it covers, you can pick for individual or you can pick for the whole family. So there's no copay for anyone. It's really nice.
That is a really big deal. And I'm not the gloom and doom guy by any stretch of the imagination. And of course, I know that well enough by now, just in the times we visited, and we're looking positive in so many different ways. I do understand though, and because, this affect all that's going on right now, and this that shall not be named, because I don't want to get bumped or booted from YouTube. Because I've mentioned something by name, just communicated from the YouTube channel as well. But with no sports, I mean, let's just take me, for instance, okay? With no sports going on right now, that has a major impact on my life and my family. I mean, that's a big part of what I do. One of my big jobs is sports broadcasting and the sports websites that I have. So that affects.
Hey, did you see that grief counseling and depression therapy right there, buddy?
I may need some more of that.
Has all the benefits.
But there are certain things that I can't do at the moment. It affects my job, and I know there are other folks that their jobs are being affected big time, and because of that, then that probably affects their health insurance as well. Can you do something like this without health insurance?
Yes. Matter of fact, I had someone today call me. Worried about losing their coverage due to the fact that their business is probably going to close the doors and have a layoff. And so, and the person had already contacted the health insurance department, and their premiums were going to be over $1,000. Well, she couldn't afford that. And so this is something that you can, and a lot of people are switching to. Inside this, like I said, this is a membership, but we added on to our other programs, and we have some that it's not health insurance, but what it is, it's a gap plan is what they call it. And so inside the gap plan, you can it's got like a certain dollar amount for an accident. So any kind of accident that you have, if you walk outside, twist your ankle and have to go to the ER, if you have a car wreck, it doesn't matter. If you have an accident, it has a dollar amount tied to that it'll pay up to. Same thing with critical illness. So if you have cancer, heart attack, stroke, something along those lines, it pays a dollar amount up to that. It does have, depending on which plan you pick, it does have a doctor's visit on there. It pays up to a certain amount on that for vision screening, like a X-ray, MRI, stuff like that has a dollar amount. Lab work, and it does have a hospital rider on there also. So if you do end up having to go to the hospital, it has a dollar amount for that. So it's a really neat plan. A lot of people are switching to these just because a family of four, you may spend $1,200 a month for insurance. Well, this one, a family of four, is $70, depending on which plan you pick. You can go up to, I think our most expensive one is $140, and so. But it's a really good alternative for saving money.
my family shot past 4 so long ago. So we were one of those families of 7. There you go. So, and that was
Oh
before
yeah.
kids. Yeah. Well,
I
listen,
think I've stopped. I'm good. I've got 3, so I think I'm good.
you're gonna tap
I
out of the family of 5.
well, I did. Today was my first day of homeschooling, so I think I'm good. Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
stop now.
We'll talk about school, by the way. That's something we have to update a little bit later on in the program. So maybe you can help us with that when we get to that point. Speaking with Ronnie
Okay.
Walters now, and as we're talking about MeMD, and this is something that's very important and can be important to you, to your family during the time in which we're living. We are living in interesting times. We've talked about uncharted waters, but you know what? We are charting the waters right now. We're charting the daylights out of those waters, Ronnie. So one more question then, since I have you on here with all that you talked about, and I think this is something that's incredibly cool. I'm learning about telemedicine, things that I didn't know about. But again, every time we visit, I always learn something. So I appreciate visiting with you, and I'm glad that you came on with me tonight. Would love to have you on again another time. Is there anything else before we wrap up this time that any other benefits that go along with this?
Yeah, this is actually something that we normally add to a whole other benefit package that we do. This is our pretty much the last thing that we add on to it. We normally add on to say something like a health insurance policy, and a lot of people add this to health insurance. So, like a lot of our teachers, they have Health Choice in Oklahoma. Their copay is $30 if they have a $3,000 deductible. They put this in there to cover their out of pocket for the accident or the critical illness, something like that. And so it's a really cheap way to pay for your out of pocket expense, even if you do have health insurance. So a lot of people are adding this even if they have health insurance. So it's a huge benefit. But we do of course add this with our life insurance policies, some other policies that we have. But this is a huge thing that people are really going for because it has a lot of benefits. Even becoming a member, which also includes they send you free vitamins like a multivitamin, and so for everybody on the plan, you get free multivitamins.
I like that.
And it does have a pharmacy card, so you can take your card to the pharmacy. It gives you a discount for that. Also, which is really neat. I haven't actually used it yet, but it has a pet for your pet. It has a pet pharmacy card, so you can.
Well, that's one there. I hope I need to come back. And maybe an email issue there. I think we got through a whole lot of it. And Ronnie, if you can hear me right now, prepare to click on that link again and come back and get you back on and talk about that a little bit more. I've never heard of that conversation. That is pretty cool. I like that a lot. So hopefully we get Ronnie back here with a small talk about on it. Yes, you could say pet. Do you have a pet? Yeah. By the way, if you want to have when Don speaking about coming back on, Toby was very adamant about having you back on the program. So please let's put that back to another time. Well, I hope that Donnie will just come back in to wrap things up a little bit more efficiently than just using the internet signal right there. So again, Ronnie, if you can hear me, just tap on that link again and we'll be able to get you back in.
I think. Do we have you back?
There you are.
Do we have you back?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Well, we lost you. Yeah. The last thing that you had said was talking about having a card to take your pet to the pharmacy. Don Hyde is clarifying. Did he say? Yes. He has.
Yes, it is a pet.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So wrap us
Yeah.
up there, and we'll finish up talking about MeMD.
Okay. Well, that's really all I've got. Other than that, I would just like to keep everybody in our prayers. Everything going on. I know everybody's scared of walking out your door. Just like you said, Joey, we can't live in fear. So say a prayer before you go out and live life. Let's
right.
keep each other safe and continue on.
Well, we want to be wise. We do. We want to be wise, and we need to use discretion in everything we do, but we do not do it in fear. Again, we're charting the daylights out of these waters, so there is no reason to be in fear. for anything. And I don't know. I've been strongly considering doing a little bit more commentary on the news as I go along anyway. So we'll see how that works out. Ronnie, if you stick around with me for just a moment, I'll talk about a few things here. We did mention Opera House, so it's carry out from the Opera House, but I think you've been by there, even though we didn't get to office there, you've been by there, and you still pick up things to go, correct?
Correct. Yeah, you can go by there, and they are going to the door, and you can order online. So that's the last I've heard anyway. So of course everything changes day by day. So but the last I've heard, that is correct.
That is no doubt at all the truth. Well, one of the things that I have seen, I saw this the other day, and I couldn't recall if I brought it up on the broadcast a couple of nights ago when I had this down in my notes. Nitrogen dioxide levels in China are increasing again. Nitrogen dioxide levels in China are increasing again. Now, what does that mean? Well, nitrogen dioxide comes from basically cars. That's how it becomes part of the smog and part of the pollution in China. It comes from people driving around. Do you know what that means? That means people are recovering. So people are going to get through this. There have been obviously issues. There have been people who have gone through difficult times in China, large numbers, but they're coming back, and so that's something I don't think that gets reported enough. And maybe this is just me, Ronnie, but you were talking about praying for people. I've been in church all of my life. That's just the way I grew up, and so many times people will say, "Hey, will you pray for this?" That's great, but it's often a rarity when someone comes back and said, "Yeah, we prayed about this, and this is what happened." So I think we need to hear more. Now, if we're going to hear all the bad news, we need to also then hear the good news that comes after the fact as well, too. So be looking for that right here on the Bryan County Patriot Live. Would that be an accurate description? Have you seen that before, Ronnie?
That is very accurate, yes. And that's one thing that you and I have talked about, and even when we go to the Chamber of Commerce Coffee Network meetings, we always try to get some good news out of whatever bad news there are. People that are listening right now, and for those that are going to hop on later and watch this after we're off, if you know anything of good news is happening, just like Joey mentioned, we want to hear about it. We want to get that out to people, and just like you talked about in China, we want that good news. We want to hear something good instead of just hearing the bad all the time.
Well, you talked about starting homeschooling, so let's go ahead and bring this up. This is a story that was actually on the Bryan County Patriot a little bit earlier today. Let me see if I can find this note from Joy Hoffmeister, who is the state superintendent of schools. And this is not a done deal yet, by the way. I've seen and read so many things online that it's already a done deal. It's not, although it probably is, but still. Hoffmeister is going to propose to the State Board of Education on Wednesday that they approve distance learning and that the school buildings would remain closed for the remainder of the year. So, Ronnie, you've started homeschooling already. How's it going for you? I haven't started already because as far as my kids are concerned, they heard spring break was 3 weeks, and so they've still been goofing off today. No, just having fun. Sorry.
I didn't hear all of that, but yeah, Brooke, most of you guys probably know my wife better than you know me, but my wife Brooke, she's amazing. She has put out a list. I really didn't have to do anything, just kind of be there for the guidance, which that wasn't very good either. But they knew exactly what to do. They logged on and did their lesson plans, so everything went really good. But this is day one, and I was chasing up after Ellie, she's 10 months old, so that didn't help the teaching there. So, but it went good. I don't know if I could do this the whole time, but today went good.
Well, here's your homework assignment. Then, if you're watching right now and you need a homework assignment, here's your homework assignment. Maybe somebody can tell me the answer to this. Don Hyde, I would love to know if you know this one. So listen up really quickly. Hoffmeister said a number of things in proposing to the State Board of Education that this take place. She noted that the districts would be ensuring that seniors are on track to graduate and that they would help with all of this. Also, she said that the Oklahoma State Department of Education will offer a panoply of resources and guidance for districts to pursue distance learning. A panoply of resources and guidance. Now, Ronnie, do you know what a panoply is?
Well, you know, I the words I normally don't know. I ask my wife, and so
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot on that one. Panoply. So anyway, there you go. If somebody needs to, I know Susan Chalk. I see you on there. Oh, I'll throw this out there, Susan. By the way, thank you for watching, Susan, tonight. And Texoma Pandemic Partners, thank you, Susan. I know that you're watching out with that. They're doing all kinds of good work for neighbors. I've already talked a little bit with Mike Davis online, and I know they have a lot going on. I appreciated what they did with the folks and helped get things going with the Asian Gourmet thing. But somebody needs to tell me what a panoply is. I'm just saying. I do know, by the way. I do know what a panoply is. I just want to know if somebody can drop that on in the comments just to see if you're paying attention. All right. Shout outs, by the way, going to some of our sponsors here on BryanCountyPatriot.com. I do want to say thanks to and I want to take the time, a little bit of time. Bear with me, folks, because the Bryan County Patriot, I appreciate the sponsors and advertisers on the site that allow me to get to do something like this and get to visit with Ronnie Walters here tonight. I want to say thanks to Matt and Darla Hunt at Omnicare 365, to Chris and Shelly Allen at Price's Printing, Jeff Shelburne and his crew with Shelburne Heat and Air, as well as Larry Hallmark at SNL Collision Center. I want to say thanks to them, and we'll be mentioning more sponsors in the future. And yes, I think, Don, you may be on the right track there. I think that the backdrop. Oh, he's actually calling out for Brent Gordon. So there you go. But we do have a backdrop behind me, which is a MidwestSports.net backdrop. But I didn't want to put that one out there with all the.
I heard something about a backdrop, but I don't.
Yeah, we didn't. I didn't want to put the backdrop, the MidwestSports.net backdrop, with the Bryan County Patriots. So, and I think I've lost Ronnie again. I want to say thanks to Ronnie Walters for being on with me tonight. Ronnie, if you can still hear me, God bless you, man. I think your internet signal's going out, but thank you again for being on and talking about MeMD, and we will continue to promote that.
Thank you very much. One thing that I did forget to mention.
Yes, sir.
Those that are on with us tonight, and I can't see anything. I think my internet is slow or something. But like we mentioned before, if they tag 3 friends, they'll be entered to win a Opera House gift card and a Roma's gift card. So we're going to have 2 each, 2 Romas and then 2 Opera House. So as long as they tag some friends, they'll be entered into that drawing.
And we'll talk about that more on the Facebook page as well. You can't go wrong with either one of those. Right. So anyway, all right. Well, Ronnie, thank you very much. I appreciate you being on, and we'll have you back, sir.
Thanks, Joey. I appreciate it.
It's Ronnie Walters, Texoma Financial Services. By the way, and you need to check out the MeMD, and we'll put a link on the Facebook page too, so you can get to that, especially right now, because with all that's going on around us, folks don't want to get out. And we have not, by the way, gotten to the point. Throw these on. This make me look a little bit more grandfatherly and possibly official. We have not gone to this point where we have a shelter-in-place edict for Bryan County. Specifically, I live in Durant, but it hasn't happened here yet. But even in Dallas County, that has been something that has been issued. So just need to keep those things in mind. Just definitely need to keep those things in mind. All right. Don Hyde, the backdrop does nothing for my. Are you kidding me? I thought it accentuated the curve a little bit more. Not everybody can wear this do, Don. Not everybody can wear this do. I'm just saying. Don Hyde, by the way, tagging some people on there, so he wants to be in the running to get those gift cards that Ronnie is going to be giving away from Roma and from Opera House. All right, a couple more things on here really quickly we do need to talk about tonight. I do want to remind you, hours of businesses have changed. Now, I was talking about this last weekend, Walmart, and Chris wanted me to mention Walmart. The hours are 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Those are temporary hours, but they are in place right now. So please keep that in mind. I think everyone's used to those hours for Walmart now. It's been 3 or 4 days, and most of the folks that go to Walmart are used to those hours. And the folks at Walmart, they know me because I feel like I go there 2 and 3 times a day, and I've really cut back on that. And so I think they may be putting out an APB on me sometime soon. I'm all right, folks at Walmart. I am all right. I'm alive and well. I just haven't been in as much. I really am trying to self-quarantine, and it just doesn't, I'm not that good at it. So I'm trying. Keep that in mind. All right. So we talked about what Ronnie had right there, and let's see, just to throw that out there. If you haven't, there we go. MeMD. I have another graphic I want to throw up for you really quickly. That didn't sound very good. No, I don't want to throw up on the graphic. I have another graphic that I want to share with you. Does that sound better? Okay. Live television, folks. Live television. So let me find the second graphic. Forgive me for taking just a little bit. Sometimes it takes a little bit to switch over on these overlays. What I want to talk about right now is Oklahoma Shakespearean Festival. And the Oklahoma Shakespearean Festival is just such a great thing. It's a great, Riley Riso Coker does such a wonderful job with this every single year. And right now, I know this has to be a challenge for her and for all the folks that are working out there, Jenny working out there. I mean, they do such a great job. This has to be a challenge with the uncertainty of what's coming up, you know, this summer, school being out, what's going to happen with all the kids, children's theater. I mean, look, I have kids that have been a part of children's theater since 1999. They've been a part of it. I have 3 children that have already signed up to be a part of what's going on with children's theater, with Young Actors Studio. Riley does such a wonderful job with this every year. Well, you know what? The Oklahoma Shakespearean Festival is just trying to do their part to keep everybody active, keep things going on. So this week, which starts today, March 23rd through the 29th, they are challenging anyone who wishes to participate to, let me find, where's the graphic there? Yeah. Upload a video of themselves singing an up-tempo musical theater song. It's a fast-tempo song that comes from a stage musical, not a movie or the radio. So a fast-tempoed song that comes from a stage musical. I'm thinking about doing this one. There are lots of cool songs out there that come from musical theater. And, you know, as much as I do sports, we're such a huge musical theater family as well. The second thing that you could upload is a picture of yourself with something that you have painted. Videos, photos during the painting process are also encouraged. That's kind of cool to watch somebody as they go to work. I have a couple of artists in my family, my firstborn, my thirdborn. They're both amazing artists, and it's just really neat to watch them work. So go ahead, participate in one or both of those, and get those things over to the Oklahoma Shakespearean Festival. Keep creating even during this challenging time. Wow. So definitely you definitely want to do that. That's Riley. Can I give a shout out to Riley? I think I can. Riley, you do an amazing job. You are fantastic. You're fantastic at what you do. And I'm so thankful for all that you've sown into all 5 of my children. And I know that all 5 of them and my wife and I love you very much. We're very grateful for what you do. Riley Coker with the Oklahoma Shakespearean Festival. All right. One other thing as we're starting to wrap up, nearing the half-hour mark right here. Thanks for watching tonight. New hours. Lowe's has some new hours. Lowe's here in Durant with new hours, 8:30. They're going to be closing at 8:30 p.m., except on Sundays, they're going to be closing at 7 p.m. Now, this is going to give them an opportunity to, not only restock, but also make sure everything is cleaned and sanitized. And I know, so many businesses do a good job of this anyway, but this is just going to add some more time for the folks to really make sure it's done well. And everyone right now wants everything to be so clean and so sanitized. And I'm talking about not just, when you pick up your, whatever it is you're buying, your goods from a store, you pick them up, then you carry them around. Those need to be clean. Then the cash registers need to be clean. The little conveyor belts that you put your item on, it goes down there. And everything about what you do needs to be sanitized. And the folks in the businesses around here are definitely doing their parts to keep those things done. So definitely. Thanks to Lowe's. They are, by the way, as a business, committing $25 million to support the emerging needs, whatever they may be. They're not spending all $25 million right now. Whatever some of those needs may be, Lowe's is committing money to that. This includes $10 million, a donation for essential protective products that help keep the medical professionals that are on the front lines right now healthy and safe. As we wrap up, if you are a doctor, if you are a nurse, if you are in the medical profession some way, we are praying for you. We want you to do well. We want you to succeed in every level. And I'm talking about the folks that are working with the pharmaceuticals, trying to find the right drugs at the right amounts. And then all the folks that are right there on the front lines when people come in. You know, Ronnie was talking about, look, if you feel like you have an elephant on your chest, that's not the time for telemedicine. That's the time to go in and get somebody to check you out and take care of you. There are doctors, nurses, physicians in there of all kinds that are working on these front lines, and we are grateful for you. And if you haven't heard that yet today, and I hope that you certainly have, because it's 10:05 right now, if you have not yet heard that today, I'm thankful for you. I know people are grateful for you. Keep on doing what you're doing, and we want to go forward. Susan, thank you so much for watching tonight. Don, thank you so much for watching tonight. We definitely want to have you back on another time. Thanks, Brent, Lisa, all the folks for watching tonight. Who else has been on for at least a little bit here? Hey, listen, please do send those comments. Definitely send the comments. I appreciate it, and I get to look at them all afterward too. If I get to talking too much and I don't get a chance to send out a shout out live, please keep on going and watch and shoot out those comments anyway. I'm grateful for all the folks that are watching. Even if you didn't send out a comment tonight, thank you for watching. Let me tell you again, we are charting waters together. We're definitely doing that together. I appreciate you watching. We hope to have more on tomorrow night, and we will have more guests. I am sure Don Hyde will come back on another time, so you want to pencil that in too. Thanks to Ronnie Walters, Texoma Financial Services, for being with me tonight and talking about MeMD. We'll put some links up on Facebook as well so you can know a little bit more about that. And again, tag a couple of people so you can get on the list on the drawing to receive the gift cards from both Roma and the Opera House. All right? Be wise. Be wise in everything you do. You should always be wise in what you do anyway. Use discretion. You should use discretion. That's a part of wisdom. Discretion is the better part of valor anyway. But in everything you do not do anything in fear. Okay? Walk in strength, walk in faith, and just go out there and get things done well. We'll continue charting these waters together. Till tomorrow night, be sure to check out the Bryan County Patriot. I know there's a cool story about a Southeastern player and coach that will be on there tomorrow. So check that out tomorrow. And in the meantime, I'm Joey McWilliams. God bless you. Have a great one, everybody.